pretty scary.
Very nice.
It really is.
Guys,
A no man's land. Nice bass.
Now, Skip, you got other things in store for us today. What are we doing? I mean, this is a 5.5, 6 pound fluke, and we're fishing, what, 200 yards away from where we were bassing. Look at this. Oh my God.
Good sea bass.
Now, Skip, we're basically using the same tackle as we were for fluke, right?
Same exact jig.
We're
We're now just about 2 miles, a mile and a half, 2 miles away from the fluke and the striper ground.
Wow, nice fish.
There we go.
That might be a little better.
Oh, that bitch is screaming, Rick.
Wow.
You're watching Northeast Angling. We're proud to present inshore and offshore saltwater fishing. We cover every species from fluke and porgies to stripers, sharks, and tuna. You can learn more about techniques, tackle, and destinations at neangling.com. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
No man's land, Massachusetts. We're here with our good friend, Capt Stritzinger. What do you got for us today? I know you've got something exciting, something different, something we haven't done before.
Andy, we have got a smorgasbord of fishing here. A grand slam day of sea bass, monster sea bass, fluke, and stripers. This is the place where everybody's heard about Nomans. Very few people have fished here. We're going to have a ball out here.
Yeah, you know, growing up on Long Island, Skip, I've always heard stories of boats out of Montauk going to no man's land and all the boats from the Cape, and it's an amazing area. My first time fishing it, and I'm really looking forward to it.
You're really going to enjoy it. One of the things you're going to notice today, if you look around, where are the other boats? It's one of the great things about it.
I think the other boats are enjoying the August doldrums, like where we came from.
Right.
You know, here we are. It's mid-August, and you know, down by us, it's starting to slow down a little bit in the Western Sound, getting a little bit of a lull. And you guys still seem to have it going red hot.
Absolutely.
Now, Skip, we're on this piece now. We're going to start out drifting eels for some stripers. Light tackle, spinners,
No weight.
15, 20-pound class monofilament, and we're ready to get started, right?
That's right. Let's
do it.
Okay, pass me an eel.
Actually, you can get an eel. I want to pass myself an eel first.
Pass me the rack.
All right, yeah, Andy, we're fishing these eels in 23 to 25 feet of water up on some flats here. And Rich, it's kind of a rocky bottom. The bass are cruising through. Sometimes they'll come in here and feed on crabs, but they're cruising through now. And that's one of the reasons we want to put out 4 or 5 lines. It's almost like a pattern, trolling pattern for tuna. And they see these eels coming by, and when you get one, you'll often get a multiple hookup.
Yeah, like that competition effect too. I think once you hook one, you'll bring a couple in. They see
Exactly. And you can flip to a follower, and you frequently, if you get one, you pick up 2 or 3 at the same time. So that's why we got all these lines in the water here.
Well, one thing I noticed here also is the visibility is incredible too.
It is.
So
it's beautiful.
I never seen this water is just so clean. So I guess they can home in on it pretty easy too.
You know, and the other thing, we're fishing with no weight at all, and we're working really hard to try and keep our eels down. As we drift, we got to keep letting out a little bit of line here so the eel stays down on the bottom. If you hold it tight, you start dragging them up. Of course, Rich does have like the king of all eels there that swam straight down, but most of them don't do that. So it's important to just keep letting line out because we're not using any weight. We got a single 5.0, what do we got, a Gamakatsu octopus hook on here?
Gamakatsu 6.0, Andy.
5 feet a leader and a little swivel. A little Spro swivel. It's a very simple rig.
Now, Skip, real quick, your preference on these? I know a lot of guys like to let the eels run a little bit. A lot of guys like to bow down and just set. Your personal preference, what do you feel is, a better hookup ratio for yourself?
Yeah, my preference, if I'm live lining, I like to let them run for about 2 or 3 seconds, then put it in gear and give them a whack. Right. As far as the dead sticks, 50% of the time they'll just hook themselves, and usually right in the lip too.
Bend right over.
So, yeah.
Well, that's good to know because, like I said, that's a question that's always asked. I get a lot of that, Andy. You get a lot of that. But, well, let's see if we can hook one up here.
Sometimes I always think that you're better off letting the angler say, that waiting for the hook set is more you composing yourself. so you're ready to, you know, get that line tight and take the swing.
It's more for you, not for the fish, huh?
It's not for the fish. It's for you to get your head squared away and really get a
Okay,
good hooks
great.
that right out in front of your body and the whole bit.
That sounds good, Andy.
Hey, Skip, are we slipping off this piece or what?
I think we are. I think
I'm
we
having
need to move
problems
back
holding the
up.
bottom now.
Let's do it. Well, Skip, we're out here again, no man's land. You said we want to work these back slow. Andy was drifting that back with the current, and he jumped right on there, didn't he, Andy?
I was really trying to focus on keeping my eel in contact with the bottom. It's hard because there's no weight, and you know, and the drift is kind of weird because we got a little wind against tide here. You got to work extra hard. Skip, do you ever put weight on these eels?
Try not to, really try not to. But Andy, you did a heck of a nice job of keeping that one down low in the water column, and you had to put out a little line. I think we're at Nomans, and Andy's got this fish back at Block Island right now.
No, he's getting there now.
He's coming in.
I'm hoping he's gonna have a couple followers so you guys
Well,
can
what
hook
I'm
up.
going to do here, I'm going to reel in real quick, and Andy's fish is out there still.
And the
still a
reason
ways.
for the no weight is it just ruins the presentation. You know, it's one thing to give the fish a feeding opportunity with these eels, but having the right presentation is very important. And that's really your key here with this whole no weight eel, very natural presentation. Oh, that's not a bad little fish. Nothing little about it, actually. All right.
You want the net for that fish, Andy?
I think we should be able to lip this fish. We'll see. Oh, yeah, that's a
Nice
good little fish, yeah. I'll tell you, he took that eel pretty deep. I gave him a few seconds, but Skip, it's typically a bump and then they're on it, right?
That's right. Don't need to give him too much time.
Oh, he's just hooked right in the roof of the mouth here. Now, Skip, tell us about the size of these fish. This is a fish looks like a male. He's kind of long and skinny. But is this a small fish, medium fish for out here? What kind? How big do they get?
This is medium small for here. I'd say average we get out of here is probably 22, 23 pounds. We had a 48 the other day.
Oh, cool.
And which is big for this area, but most of the fish you see here are the racers, the more of a slender body,
Yeah.
with the big bellies on them, because they're in here grubbing.
Now, what they're primarily feeding, what, bottom feeding now mostly? A lot of crabs, I guess. You got a lot of structure in here, like you said, so maybe porgies, sea bass, stuff like that they're picking on?
Exactly, yeah.
Well, guys, I'm going to slip this guy back in.
Now, we should probably go back
Oh,
up
he's
over
ready
that
to go
drift
I
right
think
again,
we'll do that one more
Yeah, all
time.
right, let's reel these in and do that.
Yeah, let's see. And off he goes. Looks like Rich has a real good solid fish on here.
This one doesn't feel bad. Now, Skip, you said a lot of times with this bottom being so rocky, shallow water, like we just did, you got to take the boat, start the engine, and go after these fish a lot, right?
Got to follow them every once in a while because they get so extended here, and you know they get over a rock. You're doing just the right thing with the rod tip up high and standing up higher on the bow there.
You know, and you're right. You got to get that rod up, and sometimes these fish will come up, but this one just took a huge run.
Yeah, he took a nice shot of line out, and that's when you said, basically, let's go after this fish.
He still got you out there pretty far.
He's still out there good. He's coming around towards the stern now a little bit.
All right. I'm going to let you play him. I'm going to put it back in neutral here.
Okay, this feels like a nice fish. Still taking line on me now. And I'll tell you, on this light tackle, this is a lot of fun. It really is.
This, you know, we're using just a 20-pound outfit with 20-pound mono, a 7-foot rod, and this is really a great match on these. You know, this fish is coming back pretty quick here, Skip.
You want to come to the
You know,
stern?
let's
Yeah,
flip
I'll
this
walk him back now.
Walk back a little bit.
I'll get this rod out of the way.
Give you
Oh,
some,
he's on the surface right there,
give you some
actually.
angle there, Rich.
I got him up top now. It should be pretty easy now. Doesn't look like a bad fish. Now, Skip, you said you had one a couple weeks ago.
That's a nice fish.
48 pounds, you said a couple days
48
ago?
pounds in here. That's big. For you.
48 pounds on this tackle. Boy, you had to be into that fish for a little while, huh?
Well, yeah, that's a good 10-minute fight.
Now I'm going to live vicariously through netting Rich's fish.
There you go. I tell you, look how clean this water is. You get such a good sight at that fish, you know? He's still got some juice to him, too.
All right, Rich, we'll get him up a little bit more and we'll take him.
Yeah, he's coming closer now. A little bit of weed wrapped on the line. Wow, look how clean. I still can't
Yeah,
get
that
over.
fish could be down there a
Crystal
long
clear.
way in this water.
Wow,
There
I
we
can't
go.
get over how clean this water
That
is.
is a nice fish.
Not a bad fish, right?
Absolutely. On this tackle,
Right-
that's a great fish.
Right in the corner of the mouth, too. Look at that.
Perfect hook.
Ooh, there we go. Let me
Okay.
give you some room there, Andy.
Nice catch, Rich.
Thank you, Skip. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I get that.
Got him there, Rich?
Yeah, I'll get him. Nice big mouth on him. Oh, look at that hook.
Look at that, right in the corner. I love
Wow.
those. Love those.
That's pretty scary.
Very nice.
It
You know what,
really is.
guys?
A
We
no
got a
man's
little,
land. Nice bass.
Now, Skip, you got other things in store for us today. What are we doing now?
Yeah, I think we got some tide left here. While we've got it, let's move on to do some fluking for a while.
All right,
So let's
we
head
had
up
our
there.
fill of bass. Let's get some fluke. I'm gonna let this guy
Drop
go.
him in on the other side here, Rich. Let me clear this 2 lines out.
Okay. Get him in the water.
Visit the Northeast Angling website at neangling.com for nationwide saltwater charter directory, fishing news, and free fishing reports. You can also find dozens of techniques, tips, and tackle for every saltwater species. Now let's get back to the action.
No Man's Land, Massachusetts. We were just sitting in bass, and now you've got us switched over, doing a bit of fluking.
There he is.
We're just getting started here, and
Attaboy, Skip.
I didn't even get to the bottom yet. What happened here?
Skip, you know what's amazing here is the fact that we're, what, 200 yards away from where we were catching them bass?
Very short ways. It's all right here.
What is a nice fish?
It's got a pretty good one here.
Here you go. You want to
Skip,
swing that one,
you
Skip?
were
want
saving
the
the
net?
net for
I think
Rich's
I got
fish, I
you.
think.
Yeah, this one I'm definitely gonna need a net for. It's a good fish.
You know, it's amazing how you can come up to a place like this, and in the same day, like with this is Skip's little deal here, is he lights this quote grand slam. Sorry, Rich, we left you alone.
I
up
might have
there.
to solo this one.
Oh.
Yeah,
I get it. No
Look at
problem,
you,
Skip.
buddy.
Not a problem. Not a problem. We'll lead him right up into the net.
Oh, that's a nice fish.
That's a
Rob.
nice-
that is
Nice.
solid.
There we go. That's a fluke.
That's a
Whoa! 2 hands on the net for that one, Andy. That's a pretty fish.
You know, so like I said, you can come up here and go after these 3 fish in a morning. You know, and really catch some quality fish like that fluke up there, which is just a beauty, and the big bass, and then the sea bass, and mixed in where you
all
can
in one
focus on.
line, all within just a short ways.
Look at
Right.
this. I mean, it's a, you know, it's a 5.5, 6 pound fluke, and we're fishing what, 200 yards away from where we were bassing.
All right, well, listen, you know, Rich, I love that fluke.
Let's get
but
back up on it.
We gotta move back up on the piece.
All right.
So I don't keep feeling left out. You know, little changeover. We did the spinning reels for bass, and now we've got these little conventional reels loaded up with spider wire. Oh,
There you go, Skip. There you go,
Nice
Skip. Now here
we've
we
got
are.
the spider wire on here, no stretch. Got some big 2-ounce bucktails on.
No
Now I got a
Man's
player here
Land.
too. Oh, that's not
Andy,
bad.
you in?
That is not bad.
Skip, that don't look too bad either. What do you got
I don't
there?
know what I have here.
Well,
Fighting like
I'll
a
tell you
fluke.
what. I love these little conventional reels. They're really easy to work, it's really easy to drop back to fish. And you know what, guys? I'm gonna need the net for this fish.
Oh, I just got hit. Right as I did that, I just got
Pass
hit.
it over here.
There you go. And
Now, one thing net needs fluke, just keep their head right under the water, and that is nice.
Nice fish,
That
Andy.
is
Very
nice,
nice
nice
fish.
fish.
Get him in the boat. That's a real good fish. What do you got, Skip?
Oh, yeah.
well, I think this may be a signal that it's.
Skip's got a doggy.
I got the doggy. I got the doggy.
There's
Oh,
one in every crowd.
that's right.
Wow.
Rich, hopefully you don't.
You know what? I don't know.
There's one, there's more,
I'll
but
be honest with you, it doesn't feel like a fluke, but I have no idea. We'll take a look in a minute. I'll tell you one thing, it's pretty heavy.
What? This is not a bad fluke.
That's a nice fluke, Andy. That's
That's
a
a
real
good
nice
sized
fluke.
fish. Beautiful fish.
I'm hoping I need that net too. That's
going
amazing.
all around.
Amazing when you let go of
Skip,
that
just
drift,
be
Skip.
careful where you step.
You know?
Yep.
Okay.
It's amazing when you let go of that drift. See how much that boat takes off on you. Oh, I got a sea bass.
How about that?
I got
There's
a big
nice
sea
bass.
bass. Oh, other side. Flop in, buddy.
Got
There
him.
you go. Woohoo!
Now that Dan's
Now
nice.
that's a
nice.
sea
Good.
bass.
That's a heck of a sea bass.
Oh my lord. Now Skip, let me get this straight. You got a place where we can go and get more of these?
Sure do, Rich.
Oh, what are we doing
It's time.
here?
Hey, can we keep this one for the table though?
I would think so.
All right. This one's going home.
Because you know what? I think I'm gonna have to eat this.
Yeah, we're gonna have sea
Look at the
bass and
size of
fluke
that
for dinner
thing.
tonight.
Come on,
Pretty
let's go
fish.
get
Let's
more
go.
of these.
All right,
Well, let's
let's go,
get his
guys.
dog
Let's
fish
get
up
rid
and
of
get out of
this
here.
I'll get that. Throw it
Got
in
him?
well.
Well,
Visit the Northeast Angling YouTube channel for hundreds of videos, including full-length episodes, exciting clips, product reviews, and instructional videos. And now, the exciting conclusion of Northeast Angling.
back behind us, No Man's Land Island. Our third stop of the day, and we're trying to get a little sea bass action in here.
Back here with Skip Stritzinger. Skip, you said when you get the right wind, you get a nice scent off that island also, don't you? It's a bird
It's a bird sanctuary, and when you're downwind, it can be brutal.
Oh, here we go.
That sounded good, Rich.
There we go.
Well, you know,
Feel good?
Oh yeah.
this is one of the many places, these islands in Massachusetts. What are we on we're in the western edge of the Elizabeth?
Southwest edge of the Elizabeth.
Okay. And for an August bite, this is pretty darn good.
And I tell you, Skip, you mentioned before also, the conditions in here, they relatively stay pretty nice. The reasoning behind that again?
Really do, because you're in between the vineyard and Nomans, and you rarely have. Hold on.
Oh, there you go.
Hold on.
Hey,
It
I got a
rarely gets
solid
rough
one
in
here,
here.
guys.
Most days conditions are very, very nice. Oh, we got a triple.
Whoa, I got a sea
I
bass.
may be tied into you there, Rich.
You are tangled.
Right around me.
I'm gonna reach down and grab my bucktail and lift him in. That's a nice
Okay.
fish. How's that?
Oh, that's a nice one.
Okay, Rich, you see where that is?
Get you off now. Put him
I
down.
got a decent one on here. Keep going, keep going. I'm
ahead.
good, Skip. Nice.
I like these Chinese fire jewels. These are good. These are good.
Oh, guys, I got a solid one here as well.
I'm gonna put that down. If any of you guys need the net, let me know. Wow, look at this.
I
may
probably should be netting this fish, but you know what?
I got him, Andy.
You got him, Rich?
Yeah, stay right there.
Hang on.
Wow,
There's a
look at
fish out
him.
here too.
He's a good solid fish. We may need a double net here.
I can do that.
He's
You
got
wanna
a
do that?
good solid fish on here.
You ready?
Wow.
Sweep it, baby. Look
Oh,
at this.
beautiful.
Okay.
Wow, two beautiful.
Line tight.
Three beautiful bass. Look at this.
That.
Oh my God.
Good sea bass.
Now,
fishing.
Skip, we're basically using the same tackle as we were for Fluke, right?
Same exact jig.
We're
We're now just about 2 miles, a mile and a half, 2 miles away from the Fluke and the striper grounds.
him.
And we've moved down to about 55, 60 feet of water.
Can you tell we're on bottom with a lot of crabs in it? This
Yep.
guy's just spitting up crabs.
That's amazing.
Look at that.
And
All right.
like I said, basically the same stuff we were using for Fluke. 1.5, 2 ounce pro bucktails, and we're tipping these with squid and some cut bait.
And cut bait.
And they stay.
Beautiful.
Same approach, just different bottom.
I'm rebating. I'm getting my rig back down.
I think that's
Let's go.
probably
Get
a
these
good
guys,
idea.
I'm gonna put this one back in here.
I'm
Rich,
gonna
you
put
gotta keep on that
I'm gonna put this one in the well.
Well, my guys are such great shape, we're gonna let him go.
And I'm gonna get back down there right now.
Save this one.
That's a nice fish.
How you doing there, Rich?
I got him coming, Andy. Doesn't feel bad. He's not fighting like a sea bass.
What do you think you got?
Probably, actually, I see him. He's a fluke.
Oh, nice.
Oh, jeez.
Not a bad fluke.
I saw
either.
the little bit of white and I said, oh, one more pesky dogfish.
No, that's not a bad looking fluke.
Let me pass the
You
net
want
up
me
to
to
you
net
there.
that one? Or you want me to swing him?
No, I got you. Here you go.
Okay. Thanks, boss.
You know, we talk about the technique here, bottom fishing, so critical to make sure, in fact, you are on the bottom the whole time. Nice, Rich.
Not bad, right?
That's a solid
fluke,
fluke.
Rich.
And you get a lot of fluke mixed in this deeper water, just occasionally?
You do. Particularly around the boulders and around the structure. Sometimes they're up on top of it, but so we have rock piles here and on the fluke in between.
You know, one of the things we're doing here is that we're maintaining contact with the bottom because you're giving us a tiny little bit of reverse. That's
Nice fish.
very nice.
You know, Skip, if you think about it technique-wise, you're really fishing for the sea bass the same way you
The
really would
same
fish for the
exact
fluke,
way.
right? I mean,
Same way.
you got your bucktail working, you're jigging it, and you know, the difference you get, there you go, Andy. Like that fish slams. You can
Golly.
tell the difference in the hit, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, no,
But-
this is sea bass. Can just bump, bump.
You guys are making me feel bad here.
I'm gonna let this one go, actually. That's a pretty fish. We'll let him live to swim another day.
Well,
And
this
Andy, how's that
definitely feels
bass
like
feel?
a sea bass.
Skip,
Oh.
got one there. He hit you, I seen that.
Oh!
Came off?
Lost
Dropped
him.
Now we'll get back down.
Lost
Andy, you need
him.
a net for that one?
We'll see. It's not bad.
All right, I'm with you. I'll tell you, these are beautiful fish. They really are. But, you know, like
they're
you said,
good
you're
fish.
working it the same way.
Oh,
you
look
would
at a
for fluke.
dogfish coming up after him.
Was there a doggy behind
Or
him?
something large and finned.
Well, then I'm gonna back up a little.
Yeah, we can get him.
Nice sea bass, Andy. Very nice sea bass.
Good job, Andy.
And that's on again, a 2-ounce pro jig. And you
A
know,
little motion just like what I'm doing here right now.
now Skip, obviously earlier we're using a mono for the bass, and now we're using the braid for the fluke and for the sea bass. You like that better bottom fishing?
Like the braid better
Yeah.
feel. Okay, nice thin, 6-pound
as
diameter.
do Andy and I. All right, so we're gonna go back up and make this trip
Yeah, let's
one
get
more
on it
time,
one
right?
more
One more
time. We're
time.
starting to
Let's
run
do
out
it.
of
Go,
time
babe.
here.
All right,
So a
Let's
couple
get-
more
look at that.
drifts and that's it
you
for
take
us.
the wheel, I'll get that, and let's move it out. Good job, guys. Nice fish.
Just kind of, you know, just kind of like playing with it. Just got it on the bottom, just
There you go, Andy.
Hey, there you go.
Feel
not
like
bad. Definitely another sea bass.
Feel okay?
Yeah, you know, Skip, we're running out of time here. It's going to be like our last trip. We got about a 20-plus mile run back to Westport Harbor, which is where we came out of today. And Skip, you've got a much longer one coming out of Point Judith. So we really got to think about wrapping this up.
How can I walk away from this? Look at this. Come on.
I know.
One final one myself.
Look at this,
here.
Rich.
Oh, wow. Hey, that's a nice
Oh,
one.
wow,
Not
Andy, that's
bad.
a nice
That's a beautiful
one.
fish.
That's
You know
a
what?
nice one.
We started off with some great striped bass fishing this morning. We followed up with some good quality fluke, if not great quality fluke, and this sea bass bites.
Oh, man. Here we go again. Look at
Thank
this.
you for watching Northeast Angling. You can learn more about techniques, tackle, and destinations as seen on this show at neangling.com. See you on the water.